Now, about in 2006, I started working for World Internet Summit. Now, World Internet Summit was the largest internet business training seminar in the world. And we used to do events in Australia and New Zealand and the USA and the UK and Asia and Canada every single year. And we'd rotate around the world running these events, initially teaching people how to make money online, but then from there teaching people how to use the internet as a tool to run their businesses. All of these experts, 12, 13, 14 experts, every single event we ran, 4-day events. Every single event, there was all of these experts teaching all of these things. So I took it all in, but I didn't do anything about it. And by, year 2 or year 3, I was feeling a bit guilty because I had all of this at my fingertips and I actually wasn't doing anything with it. So then what I decided to do was actually get involved. And so I decided to get involved with one speaker. I'm not going to tell you who that was because it was a failure. And it wasn't a failure because of that speaker, but it was a failure because of what I did or what I didn't do inside there. But I'm going to tell you about it anyway, because it makes a lot of sense. So I chose this one speaker. It was based on affiliate marketing. And I did everything I needed to in the setup. There was like 2 days of things. I had to sign up for this account. I had to do this and I had to do that and put my words in here and do this there. And then I sent it all off. And this whole affiliate marketing site was made for me. I didn't make a single sale. I didn't even get any traffic in there. And so then I was a bit despondent. Everything they did was perfect. Everything they did was good. But the difference with this was I didn't own it. Well, I did own it financially, but I didn't own it mentally. Yeah. And so everything that was set up was good, but I didn't drive it. I didn't drive traffic to it. I didn't make sure that it was search engine optimized. I didn't do all of the things that I needed to do in my business to make sure this would work. I thought it was going to be, you know what, I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to get a click and I'm going to start making money. Voila. And it doesn't work like that, does it? We've got to own this business and drive it. So anyway, I was a bit despondent. I chose one. It didn't work. I got no results and I was pretty despondent. And I went for another couple of years coming along to these events, actually sitting at the back of the room, feeling even worse about myself. I was there, I was running this event and I was helping Brett McFall and Tom Hua make millions. Yeah, but I'm sitting at the back of the room and I can't even make a single dollar for myself. And there was a bit of shame in that. But then my old boss, I ran a chain of retail stores in Sydney, and my old boss, Pat Jacobs, she came along and said to me one day, she said, Jason, okay, retail is dying. I need to do something better with my life and something better with my business, and I want to do something online. And she said, I want to do it with you because we work really well together. I'm the technical person. She's the ideas kind of person. And we did work very well together. So we decided on working with a fellow called Mark Ling. Now, Mark Ling was also an internet marketing, affiliate marketing teacher. And he taught this structure. And this structure was basically to set up an affiliate site that was search engine optimized, a little like the original one that I did. Taught you how to research the sites and the niches first, and then to set up the site so it's search engine optimized, so you're getting hits on Google, people are coming through, and then you have all of these affiliate products on the site. So you get this traffic, and then people buy. Okay, and so we did half of what he said. We thought, like most people do, we think, you know what? I'm just going to do this bit here, and I'm going to do this bit there. I'm not going to do this because it looks like a whole load of work, or I'm not ready to engage in that yet. So I'm just going to, put that on the back burner for now. And so what happened was we did half of what he said. We did the websites. They were search engine optimized. We were on the front page of Google. You'd think being on the front page of Google, having these sites with all of these affiliate products on there, you would make a sale, wouldn't you? You would think that. Not a single sale came through. We got a lot of traffic to the site, yeah, but not a single sale because we didn't follow the entire formula. We just did what we thought was right. How many times have we done that in our business? And just like taking a little piece, I'll do it like that, I'll do this, but I'm going to do this my way. So what did we do next? We were almost going to throw it all away. Okay, second failure. But then we thought, you know what? The reason why we didn't do this follow-up, because it was a year's worth of emails to put into a system. But we thought, you know what? We haven't given this a good go. And now we're responsible to each other. We're not just responsible to ourselves, we're responsible to each other. So what we did was we sat down. It took us about 2.5 to 3 weeks to go through for one site and follow Mark Ling's formula. And that formula was do this email, this one goes to content, this one goes to content, this one you sell something. And then there was this formula of all these different permutations of content, content, sell, content, 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 sell, and all these different things. Literally 3 emails per week, every week for 52 weeks. You do the math there. It's a lot of writing. It's a lot of content creation, a lot of work to do that. But we did it in 2.5 to 3 weeks. We put it in place. And I still remember the day where we had our first person opt-in. We put an opt-in on the page, and it was a pop-up and an exit pop-up and, inline and all of those things you do. Remember the day. It was about 4 days after we set it all live, we had our first opt-in. And we had this first opt-in, and we were both so excited. We hadn't even made a single cent yet, but we were both so excited that someone wanted what we had, and someone wanted the information. And it was literally less than 7 days later that someone bought something. That original opt-in bought something. And then it just started to grow, okay? It literally grew, and it grew, and it grew to a point where it was paying for itself. Okay, so that was on the first site. We just did one site to start with. And then we repeated the formula. We literally followed the entire formula again across the second site and the third site so that we could start getting some results there. And we did. We literally exactly followed the formula and got the results. Now, so then what we thought was, this is really good. Okay, let's get some more traffic into there. And we put some more traffic in. And basically what happened was, once we started making some money, we got a bit lazy with it, and we shouldn't have. We should have been pushing it forward, okay? But when we got lazy, it still paid for itself. So it paid for the course that we bought from Mark Ling. It paid for all of the website costs. It paid for all of our marketing costs, and it broke even. But what happened as a result of this was such a huge learning. Number one, you've got to commit to something. If a formula is put in front of you, you've got to commit to it. But number two, the other thing that I learned in this was all about the follow-up. This is where it all sprung from. And I didn't realize this until much, much later in my business. We got in there and I'm very competitive. And so I saw this working and thought, well, how can we make this work better? So I went through what emails were working, what emails weren't, what formula of content before selling worked, and assessed this and changed it a little, and we got some more sales out of it as well. So it became more efficient. And this, I didn't realize at the time, but this is where the follow-up formula started growing inside my brain.